So folks, I'm sure by now we're all pissed off at politicians. And the reason why we hate them so much is because they're dishonest. Everybody knows politicians lie all the time or make misleading statements. So I have a simple solution to this problem. We just have to find a way to pass a law that would make it, whenever a politician lies or makes a misleading statement, it's an act of treason. Problem solved. We'd get rid of all those bastards in an instant. And we would vote in people who are actually honest, because they all understand that if they lie or make a misleading statement, off with their heads too. I regularly wonder how the hell these guys get away with it now. There is simply no system in place to hold them accountable to the things they say, and there's no way to actually test what they have to say unless you're actually good at fact checking and can Google the shit yourselves. But right now, politicians, they're afraid to fact check their opponents. The very same strategy could be used against themselves. So if they were to accept the standards or the practice of fact checking, they themselves too would be the victim of this very art. But if this particular idea is too much for some people to stomach, well, there's a simpler solution. I would just say politicians would be fined for every time they lied or made a misleading statement. And while we're on the topic of politics, let's talk about how we can end some of the corruption. Any freshman politician should have absolutely no pay. Nothing. Zero. And their salaries, future salaries, would be dependent upon them being re-elected. And in order to prevent abuse, we should add term limits. Right now, there's a lot of politicians who are getting into politics just to become career politicians. They don't know how to do anything else besides saying yes or no to a bill. With term limits, we can ensure that fresh blood always gets in to offer new ideas and new perspective. And these kind of people with term limits, they will actually be from different walks of life. They will have experience outside of politics. And while we're on this topic, let's also talk about transparency. There has to be a way of ending anonymity for political campaign money. If we can actually see who is actually paying for these ads for politicians or their supporters or these political action committees, we would actually understand any possible conflict of interest. We could understand who is funding what and for what purpose. It'll just make the whole system more transparent. Everybody could make an informed decision simply by following the money. Well, those are my ideas for a short-term fix of our political problems. What do you guys think? You like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.